Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. In today's video, we're looking at part 4 of our 100 times Moonshots series. We're looking at projects that are a little bit under the radar, but really do deserve your attention because the potential for explosive growth is significant. None of this, of course, is financial advice, but we're highlighting some potential gems here in the altcoin space. And just to preface this discussion, I want to highlight some of our previous selections. You can see going down the list here, so far we've covered 15 projects. And by the way, you can go back and check out any one of our 100 times Moonshots video, part 1, part 2, and part 3. In this fourth installment, we're going to look at projects number 16 through 20. Again, these are relatively under the radar projects that you may want to start considering or at least looking into. And going back here to our record, it's pretty solid. You can see some of the returns, especially on AIOZ. That's up 113 times since its IDO. So 113 times ROI. Split is up over 73 times since its IDO. You can take a look at some of the charts here you can take a look at this chart, this table, for a look at the relative increases in terms of all these projects that we've covered in the past. Just about all of them are up. So you're looking at an ROI effectively at the time of this recording on everything that we've covered so far. Again, guys, not financial advice, but it does behoove you to look a little bit further into these projects. Our researchers have analyzed them. We're selecting them for good reason. But again, not financial advice. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoin analysis, then be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. Okay, we begin here with project number 16 in this series of 100 times Moonshots, and that is BlockSwap Network. Here's the idea. Fixed income is the cornerstone of the financial industry, and currently almost tens of trillions of dollars are locked up in fixed income products. It's only really yielding 1 to 3% in terms of annual returns. Those are TradFi numbers. Those are bad numbers. Well, BlockSwap Network is building a sustainable saving market on POS, that's proof of stake chains. And basically, it's a fixed income product in DeFi, decentralized finance. That's going to be the next big thing. So BlockSwap Network makes the benefits of staking accessible to everyone as a stable yield source through fixed income products, which incentivize existing staking operators and POS token holders by insulating everyday users from dealing with crypto asset volatility and the associated complexities associated with those processes. BlockSwap Network is currently focused on launching ETH2 CommunityNet through a protocol market fit exercise, which is going live in the next few weeks. That's followed by BSN's mainnet launch. So this CommunityNet will launch a unique token incentive scheme, thus bootstrapping the Genesis community, which is very cool. The CommunityNet will incentivize the test users for a 5-month period and will distribute approximately 250,000 tokens, which is a critical component prior to the BSN mainnet, and it will bridge any gaps between the users and product's functional utility. And during the 5-month period, the users will gain access to all the BlockSwap products by using the BSN CommunityNet token. So effectively, the users can carry out all activities like staking for an LP share, governance-related incentives, and more. And while doing that, they're going to earn tokens. Furthermore, the tokens distributed during the CommunityNet can be redeemed on the mainnet at a 1-to-1 ratio. More news about this initiative is available on altcoinbuzz.io with this article by Deepika. BlockSwap distributing 250 million tokens in incentivized CommunityNet. Let's talk a little bit about what the team has been up to so far. So BlockSwap Network has received a private investment of $2.5 million from a stellar group of strategic investors, including NGC Ventures, Digital Finance Group DFG, Wave Financial, Algorand EU Accelerator, Z Prime Capital, Fourth Revolution Capital, and several other leading venture funds and angel investors who have an aligned interest in POS chain prosperity. So there's some pretty significant pedigree in that list of investors there. BlockSwap is also part of the Algorand EU accelerator. More information about that can be found here. We're going to link to their Twitter account. And when it comes to the roadmap, there's a lot to look forward to. So in April, that's when the community net for ETH2 plus Algorand is happening. Also in this month of April, Balancer, LBP plus Uniswap for community net token launch. Then they're launching the Open Saver, Universal Basic Savings Account Scheme for ETH Algo. And next up, there are some other chains that they're developing for, including DOT, that's Polkadot, and ADA, Cardano. In Q3 of 2021, the team will bring the top 4 POS assets, so ETH2, Algo, DOT, and ADA to propel the Open Saver market. These assets alone will give about a $200 billion base for onboarding users. Project number 17 that we're looking at here as a potential 100 times moonshot is Relite. Think elite with an R in front of the word. We're on their website here. The idea is that they're a decentralized cross-chain lending protocol powered by Polkadot that will enable users to lend and borrow with their native cryptos in just one protocol. So Relite Finance aims to tackle 3 very important pillars that DeFi at the moment needs to redefine. These are number 1, interoperability, number 2, sustainability, and number 3, simplicity. So the idea is that it leverages Polkadot parachains and bridges them to achieve scalability and interoperability. The MVP, that's the minimum viable product, will be deployed simultaneously on Polkadot as well as Ethereum. Relite also tackles high market volatility. So Relite Finance maintains a reserve fund that provides safety during high market volatility. It also ensures a better collateral ratio when it's needed most, thereby acting as a safety cushion during any potential shortfall. Let's talk a little bit about flexibility. Platform users can choose between non-fixed and fixed term pools. The fixed pools offer stable APY and the non-fixed pools offer fluctuating APY. You've seen other platforms with similar offerings, no doubt. Okay, the importance of Relite tokens, that's RELI. It's a multifaceted and multifunction token. Let's start with governance. So Relite token holders, will be able to vote on product features, token utility, and even decide which chains will be integrated into the protocol. Liquidity, mining, and rewards. Through liquidity provision and market participation, both lenders and borrowers will be rewarded with RELI, on a daily basis. And finally, staking. Staking RELI in the reserve fund pool is going to yield additional rewards in the form of fees, whilst strengthening the Relite ecosystem by enabling lower collateral and improved system stability. Project number 18 is XFai. They're developing a toolkit for the DeFi space. These products are going to be game-changing in nature, and we'll break down how exactly that's going to be the case. Currently, the team consists of ex-IBM, ex-Cisco, and Poolz individuals, executives, and they're creating a novel solution to DEX liquidity for small and mid-cap projects. It's the DLO right now, the DEX Liquidity Oracle. If you haven't heard that term before, DLO will create rails for smaller cap projects, allowing them to have a level playing field amongst high cap tokens at no additional cost. Here's the issue right now. Small cap tokens are stuck on centralized exchanges, and the centralized exchange hidden market makers deploy their liquidity. However, they do not return any rewards to the token holders per se. DLO is a tool with which smaller cap token holders can finally earn returns on their tokens. Here's the idea. By holding tokens on centralized exchanges, the small cap tokens are contained by a so-called firewall that stops these tokens from interacting with the decentralized network. Therefore, users do not realize the full potential of their tokens that are currently held on the exchanges. By helping move the liquidity that is trapped, if you will, on centralized exchanges on chain, the DLO unlocks these tokens for further utility in DeFi, as other DeFi protocols such as Maker or Aave can now gather more reliable information and price feeds on these DEXs to engage these smaller tokens. And of course, this results in network effects. This creates a positive feedback ripple effect as more DeFi related use cases open up for for DLO-supported tokens, which also results in growing DEX volume, benefiting the DLO as a liquidity provider and in turn, the DLO single asset staking pools. So how exactly will XFi allow users to save on Ethereum gas fees? Well, currently, to buy a specific type of token and add it to the liquidity mining pool, there are a minimum of 4 transactions involved. Each of these 4 transactions require their own corresponding gas fees without a guarantee that the transaction will be successful. XFi's innovative tech allows these multiples transactions to be combined into a single step, resulting in a single transaction that only requires 1 gas fee, therefore pretty revolutionary. Now, at the time of this recording, unfortunately, we've missed the XFi liquidity generation event, the LGE. That happened on the 8th of April. It went live and has so far revolutionized token sales in DeFi. More on that in just a second. We'll take a look at the Twitter handle. LGE is designed to save token holders from impermanent loss and high gas fees while also making profit compounding more simple and more powerful. The LGE addresses issues with the current state of play with token generation events and allows users to make an early and safe investment into XFi with a simple one-step process that eliminates slippage and high gas fees, even for failed transactions, by the way, while also greatly reducing impermanent loss. So participating in the XFi LGE has a myriad of benefits for both the token ecosystem and the participating users. Some of these benefits include reduced gas fees, one-step mechanism, the ability to purchase the XFIT token at an initial discounted price of 10 cents per token. That's roughly a 17% discount from the IDO price of 10 cents. Over 500% in APY at launch, 500%. Freedom to add more or harvest the yield at any time, participating in building the liquidity that will prevent XFIT from slippage, benefiting from XFIT's buy and make, in which XFi directly purchases and farms the XFIT token, resulting in upward price pressure of the token, greatly reducing impermanent loss. Okay, and let's now discuss IDOs for this project. Double IDO is designed to supercharge the liquidity generation event itself while allowing LGE participants to further boost their confidence in XFIT while reducing investment risks that the current DeFi ecosystem has gotten, unfortunately, a little bit too used to. The Poolz IDO, that's happening on the 29th of April. Whitelist for this, whitelisting opened on the 7th of April, so a couple days ago at the time of this recording. The Ignition IDO is also happening on the 29th of April. So although we've missed that LGE event that's already passed, unfortunately at the time of this recording, be on the lookout and stay tuned. The Poolz and the Ignition IDO, both of those are taking place on the 29th of April. Project number 19 here, the penultimate one in our list today of 100 times moonshot potential altcoins, is Equalizer Finance. They are the first dedicated platform for flash lending and are aiming to equalize decentralized markets. The idea here allows for unprecedented levels of performance and unique value propositions across the DeFi ecosystem. This is going to result in low lending fees, dynamic fees, unique incentive schemes for liquidity providers, fast and scalable infrastructure, unlimited ERC20 token range, integration-friendly philosophy, unique governance models, and multi-chain and cross-chain capabilities. And so by capitalizing on some of these advantages, system users are empowered to an unprecedented degree to seek opportunities and capitalize from operations such as arbitrage, operations such as liquidations and self-liquidations, collateral swapping, flash minting, portfolio rebalances, loans refinancing. And EQZ is an ERC20 governance token. The total fixed supply at the time of this recording, and well, going forward, I imagine this is not going to change, but the total fixed supply is 100 million tokens. Here are 4 quick uses of the token. Number 1, incentive for liquidity providers of the Equalizer token vaults as a yield farming instrument. Number 2, it can stimulate the uptake and integration of Equalizer platform in other existing or future platforms in the DeFi market. Number 3, incentive for liquidity providers of the decentralized exchanges as a liquidity mining reward. And finally, funding pool for R&D, research and development projects with a focus to multi-chain and cross-chain capabilities. At the time of this recording, we are April 9th. The double IDO is happening right now. 1,500,000 EQZ tokens for sale in a double IDO at a 12-cent price. You can check out the links in the description below. This is happening both on Ignition and ZeroSwap. And finally, guys, at number 20 on our list, we're looking at Claystack. We're on the website here, claystack.com. This is the project that is redefining staking. It supports staking while keeping the assets liquid, which is an important differentiating feature. So Claystack is a next-gen crypto staking platform, allowing its users to stake their tokens and participate in the DeFi ecosystem at the same time. It uses oracles and relayers to have interchain communication possible with any blockchain. Users deposit tokens to Claystack smart contracts and mint the equivalent derivative token directly on Ethereum. The tokens are staked to the professional validators, and the rewards are sent daily to all of the derivative token holders. Users can further use the derivative and synthetic tokens in DeFi applications and maximize their potential earning. Let's talk for a moment about some of the exclusive features and advantages that are unique to Claystack. To begin with, there's a 1-to-1 ratio for staking derivatives that are fungible, transferable, and tradable. Very importantly, liquidity providers earn incentives through Clay tokens, that's CLAY, to make derivatives markets liquid. Multi-blockchain support, enabling you to engage with different blockchains at no extra cost. Everything is transparent and executed on-chain. There are no lockup periods. This means you can sell or transfer your stake tokens whenever you want. There are no minimums. You can choose to stake as many tokens as you want. And there's no compromise with the network's liquidity, especially during market volatility peaks when investors invest their tokens in other applications. Some upcoming developments in Claystack worth mentioning. Well, in the last few months, the team has been building the product. And along with that, it's raised pre-seed funding from other top CXOs in the blockchain ecosystem. And currently, the team is working with multiple networks to provide a liquidity solution. Partnerships are going to be announced soon. This is a rapidly developing ecosystem, guys. We'll alert you to updates and news as they become available to us and as we become privy to those updates. So there you have it, guys. Our latest list of 5 potential 100 times moonshot projects that are right now very much under the radar, but perhaps that should be added to your altcoin radar for your consideration. As you guys know, none of this is financial advice. We are enthusiastic in these projects, but that being said, we're not giving you any financial or investment advice. We're simply conveying our enthusiasm. If you haven't checked out our previous 100 times moonshots videos, there's 3 of them now. Go back, we'll link to them in the description below. You should check them out. They've been pretty profitable for those that have employed the information therein so far. Guys, let us know if you've been successful with some of these recommendations. Again, never financial advice. Let us know about that in the comments below. Let us know as well in the comments what you would like us to cover next. My recommendation to you is that in order to stay up to speed on all the latest, you should be following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our website. It is altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Guys, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, of course, if you choose to invest, but stay safe first and foremost. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.